It's a very gloriously odd day today. We've got, again, nice enough sky, but it's absolutely freezing cold and still raining. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. They're actually starting in the garage because we had a hurricane last night, a slight storm. If you were in the UK and you heard about this coming, there was some media going on about how it was going to be, and it's done a lot of severe flooding. Thankfully, where I am, there is actually sort of like a stream just down here. We do get a slight flood on our back garden, but I did, when I made this garage what it is today, asked to bring the actual foundation up a little bit, so there is a quite a big inch, maybe 2-inch lip on the garage, and thankfully that meant that it's a lot higher than any of the levels we seem to get here. I know this is a silly way to start the video, but if you like your pride and joys and you want to keep them safe, like my Series 1 RS Turbo, you've got to sort of think about these things, especially in the long run. If you're around those sorts of areas that are gonna see sort of flooding and there's maybe some streams, you've got to make sure that what you're building and down the line is going to withstand what Mother Nature brings in. But this is something that, again, this car was clean when I left it in here. There's got to be something coming in just up here. As you can see, there's actually leaves in some cobwebs up there. And there's leaves on the friggin' Series 1. I mean, what's that all about? So this was, again, completely mint when I left it. And now there's leaves inside the garage. So what we're probably going to have to do is, down the line, actually get someone in and get some quotes maybe to actually, build maybe a better roof for this. Maybe keep that original roof and put maybe another skin on the inside. It just doesn't seem to be as weather resistant in a sense, or at least wind resistant as I want it to be. It's dry in here, which is the main thing, but there is leaves in here, which is silly. So we are going to go down the line doing that very soon, but that's not what today's video is about. I just wanted to come and check the car, make sure it's right. I always like to make sure we're checking on the cars, every other day, just make sure they're happy, especially when you park them up during winter. But of course, you can see by today's video title, we have a pretty good update on the Fiesta, the one owner scrapyard saved Fiesta. It is currently in paint. If you didn't watch the last video, please go and see it. It will show you all of the little details that we are now about to see that are correct, hopefully, with the car. Very excited to see this though, because this is, it's literally saved from the scrapyard, this car. So let's get on and hopefully not get stuck in the 300C out in this terrible weather. So here we are. The first thing I'm going to say is, yes, by what Pete's just said, he says, looks like it's been done in a council estate garage. It's not. This guy has been painting cars for 50 plus, maybe even nearly 60 years at this point. He knows his stuff, and he knows how to paint the car in this environment. This is no, glorious paint booth. This is done by someone that knows what they're doing in the environment that they need, because they use this for a lot of other things. So this is really interesting to see it from this point of view. So no one in the comments say that this is a terrible idea, because the finish, you will not believe the finish that's been created by someone that actually knows how to paint cars. So I'll start going around the car, show you guys bits and bobs from where we are right now. Because they're in the current colour sanding part, I wanted to actually grab the car now and show you exactly the point, because we've got a side that's, especially the roof's not actually done yet, and a side that is, sort of there, nearly there on the colour sanding. So that's really exciting to actually see that and show you guys. So we will start actually at the front, where we have the repaired panel. Now this was the panel that was the biggest problem. Remember, back in the last video, there was a huge hole here, something that wasn't actually shown whatsoever when all of the kit was actually on this car. You couldn't see, because of the bumpers and trims and stuff, that there was a big bit of rot here. Now we went through in the last video that this wasn't going to get necessarily replaced with a whole new panel. This was going to be repaired, and as you can see, there is no sign of repair now on this panel. It is absolutely insane how well he's done and how unbelievably you can't actually see that there's any repair job there whatsoever now. So mad that that's been done. Also, the wing here, this wasn't going to get replaced because it was an original wing that had been put on the car, you know, when it was relatively new, as we explained in the last video. This might have been a repair job done in, you know, maybe the 90s, early noughties, something like that, but because it was all welded and properly done all on the scene. So this would have been an original Ford part, so saving this part was sort of part of the key of actually doing this bit. So as you remember, there was a sort of groove in here where it had worn through, and that's actually gone now, which is insane. And as you can see, if we stand here, you'll be able to see that there is literally no sign of that ever happening. So Pete again has done an unbelievable job just on this section of the car. This has had a few colour sand passes, so there is a lot of work that's been done on this part of the car, as you'll see just going down the side as well. Just unbelievable work. We will show you around this side though, because this is the side that hasn't quite got there yet. So a couple of passes, nothing too crazy, but onto the roof is where I'm going to show you, because this is the side that hasn't been touched yet. So this is as fresh as it's going to get, and I wanted to show you this more than anything because you'll see a huge difference when we go around the other side. My camera's a little bit funny on the focus in here because white car, lights, all that sort of stuff. But if we show you, as well as this pillar, it's not quite as shiny and nice as you want it to be. We'll go around this side to show you, especially the roof here. Unbelievable. It literally looks like a factory spray job. A lot of people will also be asking, coming down to the boot of the car, there was a few repair jobs that were actually found on this boot, and Pete's gone in there and just absolutely gone to town on making this as factory and as clear and as straight as possible without replacing, because he wanted to, again, use original parts on this car. He's done such a good job. We will come here though to show you that this pillar isn't actually done yet, so not crazy shine on there, nothing to, you know, show off in a sense, because this is where it was at. And then going up and around sort of this side, showing that this side has been done, although there's a few passes that need to be done. The roof being a very different story because that is pretty much 100% there. So you've got sort of mid-stage, finish stage, which is crazy. Boot sort of in a semi-finished stage, and yeah, this side being, you know, the original stage. Insane progress. I mean, this car again was a scrap, you know, destined for scrap. So having it at this point when we're showing it off to you guys, showing it as a fully painted and kitted car is pretty crazy. And again, those repair jobs are unbelievable. The way he's done that using, you know, the original panels but just going back in. And this is a guy that does this, you know, he's been doing it for, I'm gonna say, nearly 60 years. So he knows his stuff, he knows his environment, he knows his everything. He's done just an insane job, and he wanted to, you know, tell everyone that yes, this isn't the most desirable way of painting a car, but it's the way we're going to do it, and we're going to get a bloody good finish from this paint job. It looks, honestly, in person, maybe in camera, it looks insane, but just done such a good job. I'm so happy that this car is really becoming what it is. It's going to be, you know, saved. It's going to be something that's going to be cherished, so that's why it got to this point. But yeah, very excited. But again, I wanted to show you guys this point. It is very cool to see it in this sort of state, in this environment, to show you guys. But the fact that it looks that good already, and the colour sanding's been done with the 2000 and 3000 grit on the top, it's getting there. And I'm very excited to come back in the next couple of days, maybe a week, and actually show you all of the kit on this car. We will follow it to Jason's because he wants to do a load of obviously paint correction and, you know, various bits that you would do after getting a car fully resprayed, but that's coming up. For now though, mate, I'm so glad I get to show you this, guys, because it is just the most lovely thing. And again, we'll go back to the bit that's properly done. Yeah, that is going to look so good. With that, guys, I'm going to end today's video there. Thank you so much for watching. So excited to see some more progress on this one owner scrapyard saved Fiesta. But again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you on the next one.